Well, here in Columbia, a Midlands group is stepping up to the plate for the president, hoping to increase public support for health care reform. At the state Democratic Party headquarters earlier this evening, volunteers with the group South Carolinians Organizing for America, or OFA, called Midlands residents, asking them to support President Obama's reform principles.
Healthcare supporters gathered on street corners all around Florida today, cheering for the government to hurry up and reform health care.
We need health care reform. We need to have it accountable, we need to have it affordable, and we need to have it before the end of the year.
The rallies were sponsored by a grassroots project of the Democratic National Convention called Florida's Organizing for America. The Tampa rally was held outside the Sam Gibbons Federal Courthouse. They support the president's 3 health care reform principles: reduce costs, provide choice, and make sure all Americans have access to health care.
Today, a group of people from Organizing for America turned up outside the Jacksonville office of Senator Mel Martinez. They're asking Senator Martinez to work with the president to pass health care reform.
Well, as the health care debate rages in Washington this weekend, a North Texas woman came forward to put a face on what it's like to be uninsured. Jackie McKee says her husband was recently laid off and cannot get insurance coverage because of his liver transplant from more than a decade ago. It's considered a pre-existing condition. Now, Jackie is a volunteer for Organizing for America. That is a grassroots project of the Democratic National Committee to push the president's agenda. Today, the group held a health care reform rally in Dallas.
Even though Congress is not ready to vote, Democratic volunteers are still rallying support on that health care overhaul. Organizing for America volunteers met at North Kansas City Library tonight. Similar events are planned across Missouri. Tonight, women called other women voters and shared their views on health care reform. The callers were also looking to sign up more volunteers for the campaign.
For the White House, speeding things up means activating the president's former campaign apparatus at the local level.
We can't afford to wait.
In Manchester Wednesday night and across the country, volunteers are going door to door, hammering home a few key points.
Those are reducing costs, guaranteeing choice, including the choice of a public option, ensuring quality, affordable health care for all Americans.
Hi, my name is Tom.
The calls are going out across the state. Armed with cell phones and a list of numbers, volunteers with the grassroots group Organizing for America are making calls to get support for President Obama's health care plan.
Many of the people across this country don't have health care insurance, and it's an issue I think that everyone needs to be involved with.
The group called Organizing for America says right now more than 45 million people in the U.S. do not have health insurance, and the group says it's time for that to change. OFA is a grassroots project of the Democratic National Committee dedicated to supporting the president's agenda for change. Today, the group rallied outside the Partnership Health Center for health care reform. OFA says President Obama laid out health principles in a bill that would have to include for him to sign, which would be reducing costs, expanding coverage, and guaranteeing choice to allow people to pick out their own doctors.
Today's meeting involved real people from Columbia with only one politician present. It was sponsored by the Democratic National Committee, and the idea was to put some faces on what they see as a dire need for health care reform.
So when the healthcare system has gotten to the point where they don't take cash, there's a problem.
We try to stretch our medication, make it last a little longer. I now know that's ill-advised.
I feel like my story doesn't quite compare to the extremity of many of these other stories, but I'm scared.
Stories circulated around the table this morning as Representative Anton Gunn led discussions on health care reform. For him, their tales are unnecessary.
Health care is something vital that we all need. We all have to be healthy in order to be able to work and to produce and to contribute to our society.
Today's meeting focused on that need and how reform could affect South Carolina citizens. The group that put it all together, Organizing for America, supports President Obama and his 3 principles for reform: reducing cost, guaranteeing choice, and ensuring quality care.
Hi, Tanya. The meeting was a stop on the listening tour for Organizing for America. Right now, healthcare reform is at the top of the agenda.
Change started in America We just wanted to talk to people and find out what they've been doing since the campaign ended, what they would like to see Organizing for America become within their community, find out what works here, what doesn't work here. But if you can go there in person.
The group is part of the Democratic National Committee and works with grassroots organizations throughout the country. It's no surprise, healthcare was the main topic of conversation.
You should be informed. And when you're informed, then you can offer the best suggestions possible to those who are in leadership positions that are going to make the final vote on whether or not America has a good health care plan.
The group Organizing for America rallied outside Matheson's office in South Salt Lake yesterday. They delivered a petition of nearly 900 signatures of Utahns who want health care reform now.
For the critics who say that the president and Congress are trying to rush this through, trying to get it done by the August recess, how do you respond?
Well, the president said all along, even back during the campaign trail, that health care reform can't wait another year.